And recording. So I've been meaning to get back to Dur and Gray, and I actually had a suggestion to do a song called Behind a Vacant Image, which sounds like it should be awesome. Because thematically, Dur and Gray, Dorian Gray, and then a title about an image. Like it seems like this should be in their wheelhouse. Like it might even be like a hit, I imagine, just based off the theme analysis that I'm going on, which could also just be bullshit. Me just kind of saying things where nothing is there. But I have a live version of this queued up here. This was uploaded on April of 2019, but it doesn't tell me when this performance is from. And it's about 5 minutes, which is on the shorter end for songs by them, or at least songs that I've heard by them. So the critique might not be as thorough as other ones tend to be by me. But let's see. Go! Sounds like Deftones drums. I'm going to back that up a little bit since it's transitioning into a different section. So, the very first thing I noticed as soon as it started playing was the drumming sounded very reminiscent of a Deftones song. But that's neither here nor there. That's just my own reference points. What I did hear is that the instrumentation was a little sparse. It sounded a little downbeat, a little subdued. But what you could mostly hear were the low resonant quality of both the drums and the bass, and the guitars sounded really high frequency. So there was this big empty space in the middle of the mix where it's obviously there for his lyrics and his vocals. But considering this is called Behind a Vacant Image, and there's this big vacant hole in the way the song is being introduced, that kind of made sense to me. And then I'm trying to pay attention to the lyrics for this song since this is kind of subdued and there's not a lot happening musically at the beginning, or there didn't seem to be. Based off his lyrics, he is either walking through the process of how he comes up with lyrics for music, or it's from the point of view of an artist who has a blank canvas in front of them and their approach to wanting to express themselves, and where do they do their first line, and where, what part of you do you want to actually access to do that. I'm gonna have to take a closer look to what the lyrics are so that I can actually reference them in full. Go. Getting more abstract. Yeah. So he got really abstract with his lyrics there in the middle. Um, I think there was a sort of parallel kind of metaphor that he used about like a bouquet or like something just being dropped, and how beautiful it is when it scatters like a chaos. But he was also talking about streets being lined with bouquets of flowers, which is an order. So if this is about creation, the order versus chaos um, dynamic is actually kind of cool. And you can further add um, the falling thing that he was saying about when something drops and it disperses like that. If it drops, it's because it fell, but you have a wingless back. So that means you fell from heaven, or like you were cast down from heaven. So the beauty that we see in the world could come from above, like it could be from the outside, but it could also be something that you're expressing about yourself. So like beauty can come from within or from without. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Let's see if the entirety of the lyrics are here in the comments section, which they usually are. Huh, I guess not. It doesn't have very many. Yeah, so that's gonna be the entirety of my of my dissection of the lyrics. Then, I'm surprised. Usually, in most videos, a person will go onto the comment section and like list out the entire lyrics. But yeah, this is like an interesting kind of like dual approach to creation. Um, Whether you're doing it through a song or through painting or whatever, it's a matter of expression. And there's that duality of order versus chaos, and being able to find beauty in whatever it is you want, whatever it is you see. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. And if this is sort of like a reflection of like the portrait, is it the portrait or the picture of Dorian Gray? I always forget if it's sort of in relation to that, which is what I initially thought before I clicked on it. Um, the creation and expression is actually going to be a mirror. So him singing about expression and creation and beauty and trying to discover it and figure out where it's coming from or how to say it or do it. It's just him looking at a reflection of himself then and trying to come to an understanding with himself and find the beauty within himself, possibly. Eh,